My bad. Shit, I had to fix some shit real quick. I think it's everything is straight now. Alright.
Paul's saying, like, you were grafted into this, not replaced it. You were grafted into this.
Exactly right.
What? The true Israel of God. He just argued that you're not truly Israel if you reject Jesus as the Messiah. There's this true olive tree, this true Israel, and you Gentiles, you were grafted into this thing. Wild, but now you're in this thing. And so don't be arrogant to the ones that were cut off, these physical Jews who reject Jesus, their transgression. He cuts them off. Like, you're part of this real tree now. So people say, like,
we are moving to assault Charlie 2.
All right, troops. Focus on your objectives. Secure this sector and push the Russians into the next.
Good. Sentry ready.
We are hitting Charlie 1.
Oh, right there. That's a good spot.
We have begun our attack on Charlie 2.
This shit's crazy. FL Studio.
Just secure Charlie 1.
We no longer control an objective.
Shit.
Take this, shithead!
Allies targeting Charlie 2.
Damn, I can't see shit. Damn, what the fuck? Oh, he had a shotgun. About to say. Almost had him.
You have Charlie 1. Charlie 1 is secure.
Let me try to switch some shit. Switch this shit or the sentry gun? What can I switch over here? Oh yeah, I can change the engineers. I forgot. it either. Guess he is the best.
We are running out of resources fast. Push the attack. We have enemies attacking Charlie 1.
Ready for action!
Right when I was switching from the rocket. What can I do? I can.
If we lose more resources, we'll have to withdraw. One of our objectives is under attack. We have started an attack on Charlie 2.
Deployed!
Charlie 1 under assault.
Damn! I should have had it in the fucking what's the name? I gotta change the fire rate on that shit real quick. Shit fucked me up.
Their defenses are too strong. All troops evacuate.
That's what happened when you come into that bitch in the middle of the round. 24 minutes? Did I even get? I was about to say I didn't even get no kills. Died 4 times.
We have a very interesting subject today, which is derived partly from the New Testament and partly from Chinese philosophy. That ought to make a very interesting blend. In the Bible, we are told that Jesus said to his disciples, "Suffer the little children to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven." On the other side of the world, Mencius says, "The child heart is the most important thing in the world, and the loss of the child heart is the greatest tragedy of all." So that this problem of the child seems to come into focus, especially in these days where there is so much uncertainty and discord in family relationships. If we go back to the philosophical concepts behind our way of life, we realize that this problem of the child has a very important key to the survival of humanity. We are inclined to feel that when a little child comes into the world, that it is a brand new little thing, that it never existed before, that comes here completely ignorant, unable to take care of itself, and most of all, actually unable to understand the policies of material existence. Therefore, for a considerable period of time, sometimes running as long as 25 years, the child must be conditioned. It must be taught how to fit in to a hopeless situation. It must be warned against those very principles which we most find in children. We know that very small children are usually adorable little creatures. They have their peculiarities and can be problems sometimes. But all in all, they are a wonderful adventure for young parents starting out in life. There is something about the small child that almost resembles the doll. It is almost a plaything. Gradually, it becomes the moral responsibility of the parents to mold the career of this little one. And being perfectly reasonable people and believing fully in the reality of the circumstances around them, they proceed to help the child to adjust itself to the peculiarities and eccentricities of modern mortal human existence. The parent has no idea that there's anything more to the subject than appears on the surface. The religious person believes the child in some mysterious way descends from God. The materialist considers it simply a physical phenomenon. Actually, the parent very seldom questions any of these things. It simply assumes that it has been given a responsibility, and if it is a good parent, it tries to fill that responsibility as honorably as possible. So the parent begins to work on what it believes to be a completely new character. Now, it isn't long before this new character must be subjected to certain modifications. This little one is not completely a blank sheet of paper. It has a basic temperament, and each member of the parental family is inclined to trace this temperament to the other members' families. It is also assumed under the theory of Mendelianism that the child is now inheriting the burdens, responsibilities, problems, and miseries of perhaps several generations of ancestors. So all of a sudden the child doesn't even speak for itself. It opens its mouth and a grandfather's voice comes out, saying all kinds of things the child would normally never have thought of. Nearly always these things that come out of the mouth of babes now have a peculiar ring to them. They seem to definitely imply that they belong to some type of previous behavior patterns, which the parent must cope with to the best of their ability. Now, the alternate theory, of course, of reincarnation is very important at this point. I think we should all realize, if possible, that the life of an individual is not measured in one embodiment. A person's real lifespan is the cycle of embodiments through which he passes. He is therefore a being that exists in long periods of time. And in these long periods of time, he is periodically reborn. And in these rebirths, he brings into manifestation the achievements of previous embodiments and the unfinished business of the remote past. Therefore, without knowing it, without the parents knowing it, the child is some way conditioned before it gets here. The next step is to realize that after it gets here, there is a period in which the child is simply incapable of expressing its own individuality to any great degree. In early infancy, the child is completely dependent. Therefore, depends upon the parents for survival, for nutrition, and to a measure for environment. This environment, however, is new even if the child believes in rebirth or is taught rebirth. It's new because the previous embodiment some time back, it was an entirely different social problem. The individual simply could not move from the 14th to the 20th century and simply live out one pattern of circumstances. The 14th century is gone, yet the unfinished business lingers on. The environment of the 14th century no longer prevails, and the entire adjustment of the child to a physical environment must be contemporary. Therefore, out of an eternity and out of a past and out of a conditioning that is extended for ages, the child is dumped into our modern environment, into a world which has never, to our knowledge, existed before, a world in which values and circumstances are hopelessly confused. Therefore, the parents, or at least the educational system, or something or someone involved in protecting the integrities of children, such a person or condition has to take into account the need to protect and preserve the child from artificial involvements in irrational or inconceivable circumstances. For instance, the child coming in now, it becomes the duty of the parent to introduce him to a political structure that is in tragic difficulties, an economic system that has never actually worked, into a political and industrial system which really didn't exist much more than 100 or 200 years ago. He also has to face a religious problem, which he may know something about in his subconscious. Therefore, some children seem to be born with a natural tendency to religion, and others are not. But all of these problems come to the parent when the little one arrives, and it must be made to fit into the circumstances that it is going to face. By doing this consistently and relentlessly, the parent, trying to help the child to be happy, comfortable, and successful, binds it to a pattern which is entirely materialistic and physical in its emphasis. The child is taught how to live in a world where it is only going to remain for 70, 80, or 90 years, and then will return to an eternity to which it has belonged forever and will forever belong. The importance of this embodiment, therefore, while it is real, while it is significant, while it is a measure of testing and learning, is not the tremendous reason for embodiment. The individual does not come in this world primarily to add to the labor force. It is not here to determine that it can earn a living, that it may be one of a few who accumulate fortunes, it may have a professional standing, it may be famous or distinguished in life, but in the course of time, it simply disappears again into the invisible realms from which it came. Now, in our materialistic civilization, this little span of 70 or 80 years is all important. Nothing else really counts. Even our religion now is largely focused upon the effort to help us to be morally comfortable in an immoral atmosphere. It also tries to give us hope and aspirations, but builds us very little substance upon which to build or base such hope. So we are left now as a being in eternity, an everlasting creature, caught within the pattern of a physical embodiment, and largely over-influenced and over-conditioned as to the significance of this physical existence. Now, the mystics of all time have pointed out that someone, some way, must lay a foundation to help children and young people, and for that matter, so many of the older people, into a relationship with life that is significant, that has meaning, that does not allow us to be born, grow up, pass through a series of economic upheavals, retire on a pension, and die. This does not seem to justify any significant social or universal pattern. There's something wrong with the concept. And because of this wrong concept, we have had 50,000 years of history and prehistory that has been nothing but a vast cycle of dolefulness, of regrets, of sorrows, of violence, of constant unrest, and the individual forever sacrificed to the prevailing policy of his contemporary culture. This does not seem to work any significant good. It does not accomplish anything to justify the labor and problem of coming into this world, growing up, passing through all the phases of life, and then having nothing to look forward to at the end, but a quiet passing to where? No one seems to even be quite sure the answer to that question. So children coming into this world come into a situation that is very frustrating from the
He's sitting
beginning.
in the bushes.
They come into families where the parents are as unhappy as they are going to be. They come into an environment in which very little is secure. They are sent to school to learn how to make a living or a profession, but they can graduate cum laude and at the same time make a bad marriage 6 weeks later. There doesn't seem to be any sense in it all. And the child gradually loses its most valuable value and part, and that is its childlikeness. Now, there are two different words we use in these terms. One is childishness, which is truly physical infancy, or the senility of the aged.
What the fuck?
The other is childlikeness, and it is the childlikeness that greatly interested Mencius, the Chinese philosopher. In some mysterious way, from the cradle to the grave, we are and always will be children. The idea that we have grown up is not supported by actual evidence. The world in which we live cannot prove that even many of our most brilliant leaders are really mature. Maturity implies values. And no matter how successful the person is, if he is without values, he is not mature. So the average child growing up through the environment of his physical embodiment does not contribute much to his own maturity. He gradually loses track of himself. He forgets himself. And I becomes simply a first personal pronoun by which he intends to identify himself. He says, I want, but in substance he doesn't know what he wants. He says, I believe, but that belief is not strong enough to do him much practical good. I hope, that sounds rather helpful, but it's quickly undermined by adversity. I fear, this is much more common, and is much more likely to be maintained over a period of time. Therefore, we keep saying, I do this, I believe that, I want this, I don't want that. And yet we don't know what the I is that is asking the question, and we really don't know what it wants if it does reach out for something. And for the most part, if it reaches out for its own highest values, we are failures physically. We are unable to adjust to the commercialism of a contemporary culture. And many religions have developed mystical groups or organizations or societies or retreats for those who do not wish to become hopelessly entangled in the power struggle of our present generation. These people are quiet, mystical, hopeful, given to religious speculation, desirous of doing good works, charitable, and forgiving in nature. And to live this way, that seems to be the easiest method, is to retire from this terrific pressure of civilization. Unfortunately, again, the retirement doesn't work too well, because retirement causes the person to lose the experience wisdom which comes from struggling through it to the best of one's ability. So the retiring person usually disappears into a mystical haze for which he may never return. It does not solve the main problem. Now, if we have a small child, and a rather lovable little creature at that, we begin to note that it has some kind of a nature or disposition of its own. Actually, it's very possible that that natural disposition may be more real than anything it's going to learn from outside contributions. The little child generally is strong in faith, has great affections for those that care for it, tries to be attractive in temperament, and gradually evolves into a more or less delightful member of the household. All this up to about the period of 3 years. After this, complications begin. Why? Because this little child is brought under the very strong pressure of family tradition. It is expected to follow the religion of its parents. And if its parents are Orthodox, it is indoctrinated by the time it is 4 or 5 years old. It is supposed to like what the parents like, dislike what the parents dislike, and to always follow the wisdom of the parental guidance. And this parental guidance may be rather deficient in wisdom, and is in most cases. So the child gradually takes on conditions, as they used to say back in the 1920s, when popular psychology followed the take-on-condition school, which was quite popular. Actually, the child finds gradually that the only way it can really get along nicely, as nicely as possible, is to do what other people want it to do, and to conform with whatever policy dominates the family into which it is born. This conditioning goes on, and as Comenius pointed out, the father of the modern public school system, we have now lost track of the fact that education usually begins when the child is born, and by the child goes to school the first time, the education is complete. In other words, it is educated before it ever goes to school. Now, by education, we do not mean it is enlightened, but it is under a pressure of conditioning, which is setting its character, establishing its beliefs, and hopefully increasing its morality and ethics. To therefore eliminate, overlook, or forget the tremendous importance of early conditioning on the child is to contribute to the collapse of civilization. Mencius knew this, and so did Confucius. The neglected child is the greatest hazard that a nation can have. It is the greatest cause of the gradual corruption and disintegration of the social structure. This social structure, Confucius pointed out, consists at the beginning of certain recognitions and values.
Damn.
The family is
It's a hard mission to get in.
The family is the basic unit of human society. It is the rock foundation upon which all cultures are built. It is the original government. It is the original system of education. It is also the basis of economic security, and by the contributions that it makes in various ways, it sets the example to lead the next generation into a little larger fulfillment of its purposes. Now, in the childhood home, there are certain restraints upon individual freedoms. In order to protect a child's character, there must be attention given to it. It must be brought into the realization of what constitutes a proper family situation. Now, this cannot be done by indoctrination. You can tell the child what it ought to do forever, but the child is keenly aware of actions, of the relationships of these adults to each other. Nothing that they can say, to kind of paraphrase Emerson, talks as loud as what they see their families do. So the child begins at an early age to require conditioning. The Chinese said, for example, that in the family there must be a kind of regimentation. There must be an order of procedure. There must be things that must always occur. All members of the family, living together or scattered and occasionally coming together, must always, under all conditions, treat each other with gentility, civility, courtesy, and understanding. It is a serious breach of family education for parents to nag at each other, shout at each other, or hate each other. This is not just detrimental to the family. It will ultimately bring down the nation. We don't realize that for lack of the shoe nail, the war was lost, but it is in the social circumstances of mankind. Actually, the parents must never have a relationship among themselves that is not dominated by gentility, courtesy, and affection. Otherwise, this is going to be passed on to the child, and the child is going to begin to recognize that it should or could gain certain advantages by being unpleasant. And this is one of the earliest examples children follow. And the next thing that is important is that in family life, in the intimate relationships of life, there must always be gentility, thoughtfulness, mutual respect. Each member of the family must basically respect the other members, not tolerate them, not get along with them the best they can, but respect them and their rights and their privileges and their relationships, so that in the home, if it's to be a successful place for the rearing of children, the home must have a harmonious, genteel, constructive, idealistic atmosphere, not read out of books, not necessarily by attending professional places of worship or education, but by natural recognition that the basic relationship of all humanity is fraternity, that we must all live together graciously, or dangers rise on every hand. So the child is taught this in the concept of Chinese guidance. The second thing the child is taught is that any action which it commits, which is wrong, which discredits it, which in any way is inconsistent with the family integrities, is a disgrace. And the disgrace falls not only upon the child, but upon his ancestors and his descendants. The wayward child is a disgrace to 10 generations of Chinese elders. It must therefore be that every move that is committed by a genteel person of good breeding must be acceptable, not only for himself, but for the family to which he belongs, and must be making a positive contribution to the future. This type of thing is very hard for us to understand. We would regard this as more or less a penalization system in which the individual is not permitted to do what he pleases. Well, in nature, if the truth were out, no one in this world is ever permitted to do what he pleases. He can only do what he pleases if what he pleases is right. And the moment it isn't right, infirmities begin to afflict him. And the right to be wrong does not exist in nature, nor does it convey any of the values which are important to life. So we have to figure that the child must learn always to speak respectfully to its elders, respectfully to its fellow children, brothers and sisters, respectful to the stranger who comes, to the friend who visits, and must bow with all the rest of the family before the ancestral tablets in the family shrine. These things are security. They are security when this child goes out in life, because it will be strengthened against corruption, against danger of wrong association, dissipation, extravagance, and all these things. This all belongs to an education that precedes schooling. And this is where, to a large degree, the world has drifted into trouble. The mature elders, the parental generation, is becoming ever more concerned with its own rights, with its own privileges, with its own willingness to do the things that are most pleasing to itself. The individual, the adult, now feels, very largely, that he has the right to live as he pleases, that he is entitled to all the liberties that he can possibly hold on to, that he is entitled to the highest standard of living to which he can attain. And if this results in an economic situation in which he must shortchange his own family, must fail to do those things which bring proper maturity to his children, then he is sacrificing the future for his own pleasure. This is the problem that Confucius faced when he went to the Duke of Lu and tried to influence the Duke to make him a prime minister of this province of China. The Duke more or less explained to him the facts of life, namely that he as the Duke was going to do exactly as he pleased, that he was going to favor those who favored him, advance those who advanced him, and give greatest attention to those who brought the largest revenues. This was such that Confucius then retired from public life into his little school, where he continued to teach until the time of his death. Plato had the same experience. He had intended to run for Archon of Athens, one of the senators of the city. But after serving a very short time in Athenian politics, he retired permanently and also went into his little academy to create a private universe nearer to the will of God. So these things happen. And we begin to study the problem. Now the child's getting along. By this time it has a number of bad habits. Habits which really didn't belong with itself. He didn't bring them with him when he came here. He got them when he was too young to resist them. He nags, he howls, he screams. If he doesn't get what he wants, he puts on a temper fit. And an harassed and embarrassed family will do almost anything he wants them to. The child's well-being is secondary to the comfort of the family that doesn't wish to be faced with problems. All this goes along, and finally the child reaches school age. By this time, the child's understanding of the world into which he has recently been introduced is apt to be rather faulty. He is already becoming convinced that there is nothing much he's ever going to be able to do to make anything any better, and that the most important thing he can do is to adjust himself to the corruptions of his contemporaries. He must follow some peer group of some kind. If he wants higher education, he can take his leadership from one of the more important universities. Here he will come under the peership of professors who will teach him exactly what they want him to know, and mostly they will teach him to disregard those subtle principles of inner life which are the basis of his true humanity. It is very difficult outside of a theological seminary to find a university that really fundamentally emphasizes the importance of soul power over mind or body force. The individual is being taught to make a living. In the process of making a living, he may be on the football team, he may become a basketball player, he may break a few ribs or something of that kind in the cause of good, clean fun. And gradually he is reduced into a pawn in a great world of people. By the time he has graduated from his peer group and is settled in life, his horizon is so close that he can scarcely look beyond his own face. There is very little left for him. He must settle back into the routine problem that he has come to accept as inevitable. By normal circumstances, he may also take on a few responsibilities himself. And if he has a responsibility for a family, he will still further limit his own personal insights and his own integrities in order to provide for them. So it goes on, and generation after generation comes along, from Alexander the Great to Adolf Hitler, and the same things go on. War, crime, all these things, and they all begin, every generation, with a chubby little baby just coming into the world with a big grin, which gradually changes into a whale if he doesn't receive proper attention. So this is the way it all starts. These little children are the future dictators, the future politicians, the future executives of all kinds, and the future policy makers. They finally become the ones who vote for someone else. And their voting is judged largely by the inducements of their environment. So the child moves from an internal life, which it brings with it, to an environmental pattern, which it must gradually assume as it would take on a suit of clothes. Therefore, the outer life of the individual is regarded as a garment. It is something he has to wear, and that must be cut according to the style of the time and place where he lives. Then this garment has gradually come to be mistaken for himself. He is supposed to be what he wears. He is supposed to be exactly what he says after he has been conditioned to the degree that he no longer speaks for himself. All this type of thing is against the better good of each of us. Now, how long can we say that this childhood lasts? Well, it's hard to say, but I think the easiest way to summarize it is that childhood of the kind that we are concerned with extends from the cradle to the grave. The individual always has the child heart. It always belongs in some way to childishness, and many of its so-called mature actions are infantile. It makes more stupid mistakes than you can possibly classify. It seems to lack common sense, judgment, and all of these things, but it has been trained out of the big smile that it had when it was a small child. All of these mysteries which the child faces with wonder, we face with anxiety and morbidity. Actually, therefore, all the way along, the problem of restoring, protecting, or recreating childlikeness is very, very important. And what is childlikeness? What are the virtues of a child which has been given some attention and is allowed to develop some of its natural functions? If it has not been hurt, damaged, or interfered with by circumstances of early life, the natural instinct of the child is to be lovable. Its natural instinct also is to realize that it is living in a very large world. From the time when the little tyke reaches up to try to get hold of the doorknob, it begins to know that it lives in a world of beings and creatures larger than itself, and in the midst of which he or it is a Lilliputian. It is a mere tininess, surrounded by things that are much bigger and stronger and more powerful. These things that are so big and powerful gradually come to play the part of God. They become the divine powers that are inevitable and infallible. And while this condition goes on, the child generally has some reasonable protection, unless the parents tear it down themselves. But as it goes further into life and begins to try to live out its destiny, there's something else comes in that usually has to mature a little bit before it has a chance to express itself, and that is experience. We gradually come to experience the fact that most of the things that we believe are doubtful, and some are complete falsehoods. We also learn to believe by gradual means that some way, somehow, there is something that is a better guide to life than we are accustomed to accept. We begin to realize that scholasticism has very serious limitations, and that nearly all great thinkers have themselves revolted against it. We also began to think of what we call common sense. Common sense is something that seems to be an inward rationalism. It is an inward honesty. If common sense can be particularly impressed as a term, it would be that it is honesty. It is the effort to achieve the reality of things. And if we turn common sense upon the world as we know it, we're going to get quite a shock. So the best thing that we can do for most people is not to permit that to occur. They are not going to allow truth, common judgment, reality, experience, and the ideals that have descended to us from the past to become too much involved in daily actions. If we do or they do, we're going to be hurt too badly. Common sense is one of the things the child brings with it. Why? Because it has already had long experience in it. The child that comes into the world is naturally burdened with unfinished business. It comes not as a brand new thing. It comes as a burdened creature. A creature burdened by its own unfinished and unregenerated past. A burden of things yet to be achieved and accomplishment. A debt to be paid. An opportunity to be created. A step forward in integrity and values. These things are part of the heritage that comes with the child into its own embodiment. As a result of that, the child gradually either releases something of itself in the form of its needs, or it is blocked in this procedure, and what it really needs is locked within itself, and it takes on the heavy burdens of worldliness as it is around us. The problem, therefore, of common sense is that somewhere lurking in the inner part of each one of us is a considerable honesty. There's a wonderful, strange value inside of us. Worldliness cannot kill it, but it can lock it, where it is no longer easily available. Each person has the possibility of being led by the soul power within itself. And that soul power is born of experience. It is born of having learned the very severe and real facts of life over a long period of time, over many embodiments, until certain values become increasingly clear. And when we leave any embodiment, we take this added clarification with us in the future. So the child does have these basic values, which we might generally call common sense. Some people might call them intuition. Others may consider them a mystical attribute. But in reality, they are simply the truth of existence, moving in gradually upon the life of the individual.
What is it, Saturday or Sunday?
We never will
that's
get
why.
it all at once. This
So
the
many
truth
sweats
of
right
the
now.
existence of which we are a part is accumulated over hundreds of embodiments. But it grows a little each time, so that we come just a shade nearer the truth. And the truth that we have to learn are many different types and styles and kinds, but they all are important to the growth of the person. One of the first things that we have to learn is to recognize the importance of inner guidance. This guidance that we have brought with us into life, and which we have blocked consistently for years. Now, if we continue to block this inner guidance indefinitely, we will bring into action a series of mistakes. If we don't listen to it, or if we resist it, or we are unable to recognize this integrity if someone else communicates it to us, when this goes on long enough, we are in trouble. We begin to have suffering. Misery closes in. Misery is caused primarily by departure from the plan to which we belong. Misery is the individual who is not doing it the way it should be done. Misery is therefore something that most people want to get over. But there's no pill to take that pain away. There is only change of character and integrities. Now, even the small child, or at least the growing child, in early friendships with teachers and playmates and all these local associations, does learn some little things. He begins to see what another child who is too selfish is doing, or some bully in the junior grade is not keeping the peace, keeping the integrities that are right. And each of us instinctively notices what is wrong, or thinks we can notice it. But when it happens, we just simply walk away from it because we don't know what to do with it or what is right instead. We just keep on struggling with it. So we have to begin to think in terms of unfolding the potential within our own nature in some basic way. Some children have brought with them a different karmic pattern from others. The karmic patterns are more difficult where the previous conduct of the individual himself has been difficult or unfruitful. Many persons have lived many lives very selfishly, self-centeredly, violently. They've had false values on all levels, so that when they are reborn, they are going to be inevitably associated in some way with conditions which in the past they have imposed upon others. The individual who has bullied others over a long period of time must finally be brought in line by being the victim of being bullied by someone else. It is only in this way, apparently, that many people are able over a long period of life to correct the evils that they have allowed to develop within themselves. So when we start out with the problems, we try to figure out how to straighten out the life we live. And I know some little children that worked out some pretty good ideas on this. I knew a little girl who came from a fairly comfortable family, and the family provided her with a sandbox. I suppose very few people now know what a sandbox is. A sandbox is a little box-like thing, maybe 4 or 5 feet long, and the same width, with about 6 inches of dry sand in it. Now, this is the basis of a whole world, because you can wet the sand down a little and begin to make it into all kinds of things. In a little time, you'll build a castle in the sandbox. And another day, you'll build a garden. You can build houses and towers and monuments, or you can build all kinds of interesting shapes just in the sand, like mountains and valleys and all this type of thing. So one day while I was watching this, I saw that the girl had made a very nice house with a little roof and chimney and everything, all of wet sand. So I said, too bad that isn't going to last very long. And she looked up, she was about 5 years old. She says, it doesn't make any difference. Nothing we build here will last very long. She was about a full 20 or 30 incarnations ahead of her parents. This is the way I work. She was waking up to something, which other people have a long time getting around to. But it's not a bad idea for the child heart, regardless of physical age, to realize that in a way life is very much like a sandbox. Here in this little mass of sand, we build everything you can think of. We build empires, we put little tin soldiers and have battles, we put little animals and have pastures and farms, and in the sandbox we build all kinds of archetypal patterns. And I think it's too bad that children don't have more sandboxes, because I think it would do them more good than psychoanalysis in many cases. Because it would show what they're thinking about, what they're feeling, and how they're trying to express it. But life, to all of us, whether we know it or not, is not very different from a sandbox. It can be very elaborate, but at the present time the sandbox is there, but because of the smog we can hardly see the box, let alone do anything important with it. But the sandbox is very important because it is the miniature of the universe. We are all playing in sandboxes. And we are all also largely playing in the same sandbox, which is a little larger. And as each person comes along, the first thing he does is tear down the previous work in the sandbox and put his own in its place. This is commonly known as progress. But it is just simply that the individual is daydreaming. He is imagining the things that he thinks would help. But in the long analysis, the small child is the one who realizes that it's all in a sandbox. It has not yet been overwhelmed, over-influenced to the degree that it assumes that the things that are built in the sandbox are frightfully important and are going to change the course of history. The only way they will change the course of history is when someone else comes along to play in the same sandbox and tears down the original design. This is history. And this is the type of world we've lived in, because somewhere along the line we just forgot that we are doing these things. We have grown up to the point where we really take ourselves seriously. Each generation takes itself seriously. Each individual becomes deeply concerned, not with his integrities, but with the passing shadows which he casts upon society. We are all in the same fix. But the child that Mencius mentions is the child with the child heart, regardless of age. A child heart that in all things simply sees reality.
Am I fucked up?
Just simply sees the thing as it is, because it has not yet developed and we might say the prejudices and conceits and deceits by means of which the child heart is destroyed. Now, with the child heart, the world comes into the mystical, but also the idealistic range of possibilities. We can say, therefore, that if we have lost it due to troubles, or sometimes just simply due to success, which is a very destructive thing in many cases, we have to get it again.
Out of my hand.
Now, mysticism, as it practiced both in the West and in the East, is very lightly and largely an effort to restore the child heart. Before we can find out what's inside of ourselves, we have to escape from the dynamic pressure of our own mental attitudes. We have to get over the idea that the things that are making us unhappy every day are inevitable, that they are part of a universal plan we can do nothing about. We have to realize that we are responsible for our animosities, for our antagonisms, and our exploitations. And until these cease, there was going to be nothing but misery. So with the search for the child heart, most people, somewhere along the line, remember the fact that once they were 5 years old, and at that time, the world looked pretty good. For most people, the world looked like infinite opportunity. And now, 40, 50 years later, the world looks like infinite discomfort. That everything is not the way it should be, that we are constantly struggling after false goals, and that out of all of this tremendous struggle we have made to build mountains in our sandboxes, we are broken-hearted, disillusioned, and enfeebled by the lack of internal courage and resource. So, maybe at 40, 50 years of old, we must go back after that child heart. We must become children again if we are to be part of the kingdom of heaven. We have to be what might be termed an archetypal child, the kind of child that has all that is good in childish mannerism, that has all of the beauties and the integrities and the attractiveness of the small child. We have to realize that even though we are living in a sophisticated world, our own way of life is still very childish, that we are actually crawling around trying to find out how to walk, let alone how to do all the wonderful things we think we can do. Actually, then, getting rid of sophistication is no more or less than getting rid of what we have called maturity. Now, everybody thinks maturity is a wonderful thing. Well, maturity has a lot of advantages, including 10% off on certain products that you buy. But maturity is not
senior
that.
Citizen discount.
Maturity is the individual ability to outgrow his own mistakes. Maturity is the person who has awakened to the reality. He is the person who has discovered the real dimensions of the sandbox. He is the one who has realized that if there is no reason for existence other than that which he has experienced in his own daily living, then the whole plan is rather impoverished. But that he may have had wonderful experiences and failed to benefit from them is only a proof that sophistication has destroyed his own integrity. So coming to the realization that he's got to get back, probably, not only through the childhood of this life, but maybe the childhood of 100 lives, to find out what the realities are. He must begin to dig inside himself, for somewhere in the depths of his own nature is the record of all he has been, all he has done, all he has hoped for. Now, it may not be available to him in form of incidents, which is just as well. Very few people could sustain a detailed biography of their own previous embodiments. It would indicate too much misery and sorrow due to personal mistakes. But there comes forward a kind of balance sheet in which the person has certain general attitudes about the things he has gone through. He has realized that certain processes of the past gave him great pain. On the other hand, certain nice experiences or beautiful occasions come down to him as credits and assets and something to enrich faith and hope and charity. So we start out to get back to the child center within ourselves. And that child center is simply the incarnating self in us, the thing that lives from generation to generation, from age to age. And there is the oversoul of Emerson, that mysterious power by which we can be inwardly guided and taught, rather than depending upon a scholastic system which has no interest in the eternal life of the individual, only in his buying and selling power over a few years. So to get back into this again, we have to do what the child has to do, and which most children should be taught to do, but they are not, and that is to spend some time quietly with themselves. Every child should have periods of peace which are important to it. It should be able to retire for a little while and simply remember in a mysterious, general way the eternity to which it belongs. This is very important to small children, but today it is gradually being crowded out, and every available moment is spent in front of a television. All this is not good, and the older person who is beginning to realize that it isn't good must begin to dig inside of himself to get back the simplicity of the divine. Jesus in his preachings seldom used words of over one syllable, sometimes two syllables. Nearly all of the great teachers have taught very simply. They have taught realities. They have taught compassion, friendship, kindness. They have taught those graces which go from life to a life, not graces which are no longer any good when we leave here. When we devote everything we have to adjustment here, and forget entirely to adjust with the infinite which we always belong to and always will belong to, life does not go well. So mysticism steps in to help us to regain the child core within ourselves. And it begins by finding the same appreciations that children believe. The bed of flowers, the forest, the trees, a little pet, all of these things help to restore in us a sympathy for life,
so far away,
a recognition of the sublimity of something around us, and how something within us is crying out to protect those beauties around us. And that's why we feel a little sad when another forest is cut down to make way for condominiums. Something is lost. Something is taken away. We say it is necessary. Well, if we have to lose the land on the outside for the condominium, it is more important still that we plow the inner life and keep the garden there growing in good health. We have to build into the internal and the invisible most of the projects which are going to endure. We have to build more and more upon things unseen, rather than storing up our treasures at 11%. We need a great deal more insight. We have to have material things, no one denies it. But we also have to have time and place for those things which belong to God, those things which belong to the Spirit within us. And as we get nearer and nearer to the realization of the divine, we seem to grow younger. And very soon, as we approach the divine, we are small children again. We are children in the face of God, just as we are adults in the face of each other.
I can't get
The
nobody.
divine in us is forever seeking the parental principle of life, the principle which loves all things, serves all things, sacrifices for all things, and intends beyond all doubt to bring life together into the final fulfillment of the divine hope. These things we have to work with, so we'd set aside a little time for eternity in this world of confusion and stress. And we don't do that by thinking about nothing. We do it rather by trying to understand the common sense in the things that happen to us. Learn to understand values and the lesson we should learn rather than the incident that we would regret. Many people would like to forget the most valuable experiences of their lives. That is not the answer. Nature will not let us forget those valued experiences, and if we don't pay attention to them here, they'll catch up to us later. The moment a valuable experience occurs, no matter how uncomfortable it may be, it is absolutely necessary to examine it, to consider it, and to transmute it from a misfortune to a spiritual asset. We have to correct our own mistakes by facing them. And if we face our mistakes and correct them, then they cease to exist. In quietude of mysticism, the individual, therefore, lives to simplify, even as in his outer life he lives to complicate. Everything that is real is essentially simple. And that is why the child heart can take it, and why it comes from the child heart. Because the child can be best approached in simple words and simple thoughts. And it is the same with the mature of age, the older child, the child in their 50s, 60s, 70s, or 80s. They can also be best understood and can understand best in simple thoughts and simple terms. Each person can simplify the complications of his own life until he finally realizes that he lived all these years with truth locked within himself, which he was not able to use because he had put a barrier of intellectualism between himself and truth. The child hasn't done this. The child is open. After troubles come along, we begin to shut up. We close off experience. We build walls against it. We fight to protect the status quo. We do not want to change. We fear growth or progress. And therefore we lock ourselves in our misfortune. The small child, living in wonder, can explore and understand things that are beyond our comprehension. But the small child in us can awaken again and understand them. So we watch little by little to see what happens. And we observe that in this day there are a great many intellectual activities. There are all kinds of people doing all kinds of things, many of them interesting and useful. But there is also a vast conflict of individuals who, while all interested in the common good, are unable to even be reasonably pleasant in the presence of each other. All the way along, attitudes become the basis of barriers. Our thoughts become the barriers of somebody else's thoughts. Here we go back to the sandbox. We have built something in that box that to us is just wonderful. So when our back is turned, or when the time comes for us to leave sandboxes, someone else comes along behind us, tears down what we have done, and proceeds to build something else. Or if we're not lucky, they may try to do it while we're still building ours. But in any event comes a great conflict. A conflict of objectives. A conflict of projects that we have. As we get deeper and deeper into life, these conflicts fade away. Well, the mystics and many of the great idealistic teachers of humanity have realized that the nearer we come to reality, all of us, the more similar our beliefs become. And that when we attain reality, we will all have the same belief, not imposed upon us, but discovered by us in the process of our own growth. So the child heart isn't much interested in sectarianism or in political structures. It is seeking forever faith, truth, love, understanding. It wants to laugh and not just to cry. It wants to be close to something, not separated from it by all kinds of artificial barriers. It wants that little kitten, or the little puppy dog, that it can pour out its soul to.
These are the things of the child heart. And as we grow older, these unfold into the great virtues of life. These are the things that gradually become tremendous, so important, that when the time finally comes, we can go to sleep in these things and wake in another life. Everything should be a gentle experience of values. Now, this may seem almost impossible in a world such as we live in. Fortunately, all of these are internal projects, and internal projects do not have any serious repercussions upon our daily life. We do not need to make enemies in order to grow. We do not need to defy other people in order to put our ideas across, because these things are not important anyway. All of this is nothing but the castle in the sandbox. What we really should do and must do, if we're going to rescue ourselves, is simply to know the art of being kind, to know the gentleness by which we can live with other people, allow them to live their lives as best they can, try to understand them, and whenever the need arises, be courteous and affectionate with them. Actually, to recognize in a mysterious way that we are all in the same dilemma, that some people feel that they have solved the dilemma and others do not, and very few agree as to what the solution is. But one thing we all agree on, and that we have a dilemma. We have an unsettled and uncertain future, a difficult present time to face life. Therefore, we have a common cause, and for this common cause, we must give greater emphasis and have less pressure upon the different separate solutions which we attempt to apply. If we become very quiet inside ourselves, the answer will come. And the answer always comes from the inside. And the answer comes because in the quietude of ourselves, we break through the artificial accumulations of the mind and get back to that root which is dark and mysterious within us. All of our great problems, practically all of them, are mind-oriented. With the mind, we build all our philosophies, all our political systems, all our economic and scientific achievements. We also build the social mores of our time. It is the mind that tells us how we should live, the mind telling us who we should like and who we should dislike, the mind forever dominating the things that we do, but the mind itself essentially unreliable. The mind is too much objectified by prejudice. In the mind, that intolerance of a lifetime is stored carefully. Unfortunate memories are kept on file. And everything that has conditioned us adversely is gradually changing our behavior and making us victims of our own mistakes. The mind is the slayer of the real. Therefore, in trying to solve our world problems, there is no use of piling one mental attitude on another. The solution is not in the world, but in the hearts of men. The solution is not in the grand reformations and revolutions that have led only to further bloodshed since the beginning of time. The answer lies in the gradual release of soul power, the power of the inner life over conduct. We have to have what Gandhi called the victory of soul power over brute power. We also have to have the victory of soul understanding and insight over the complex of varying intellectual policies and beliefs. So if we can get quiet, we can unload part of the burden that never was any good anyway. Get rid of memories that only haunt us. Now, you can't forget them by saying you should. The only way you can forget them is to outgrow them, to solve them, to take that unpleasant bitterness that you had 25 years ago and which you have never been able to solve. Sit down quietly with it and get over it. Get over it by proving, beyond all question of doubt, that it was an opportunity to grow, that there was something about it that you had to learn. and that the purpose of the experience was that you should transmute an incident into soul growth. And if you have done that, you have no longer any problem, and you can even be thankful for the person who has offended you, if it has helped you to grow. But if it does not help you to grow, it will embitter and canker you from that time on. And the mind will not get over this alone. We can sweep the mind's house out periodically, we can refurbish it, we can move it onto a better ground and all this type of...
I'm like, where the hell are they
This is not
at?
the answer. It is the power of that which is above the mind, and to which the mind must give allegiance if that power is active. But if that power in ourselves is not active, if we do nothing about it, then the mind becomes the dictator, and as an audacious prime minister takes over control. Then we have trouble. And mostly people have allowed this to happen. The mind has become the basis of a character, of a policy, or of a way of life, or of a religion, or anything you wish to call it. But in the last analysis, the mind is a tyrant. It helps us to remain just as foolish as we were, or else helps us sometimes to multiply foolishness, to get worse than we were before. And in interpreting things, the mind always interprets in favor of our own attitude and opinion, and gladly sacrifices the rights of others to even think in order to protect our right to make our own mistakes, so that the mind is not reliable. But beyond and behind the mind is something that we may say is a life in itself. And in the New Testament we are told of the golden wedding garment which the bridegroom wears when they come to the bride to the wedding of the Lamb. In the book of Revelation and some other parts of the Bible, we hear about the wedding. And this wedding is the church, according to Christian tradition, united in marriage to the Lamb of God. Actually, this mysterious hermetic wedding, perhaps the wedding of Christian Rosenkreutz, is the union of the personal as the bride of the eternal. All we are as persons, as individuals, as separate beings, we bring to the altar of the eternal.
What the fuck?
The soul is actually the power to control and direct and enlighten and redeem life. So the golden wedding garment is the soul garment, woven from the beauties and integrities of character which we possess. This garment is woven of love, and every time we are able to change indifference to love, there is a new strand in this seamless robe. Every time we forgive an enemy, there is another bit of material added. Little by little, this garment gradually transforms our life. We become robed in the values of righteousness. We behold more clearly the beautiful values of life which we have sacrificed to selfishness. Now we may say, this might cause trouble to do all these things. How are we going to make a living? It doesn't do one thing to prevent anyone from making a living. The mysteries of the Spirit are internal and eternal. And the only thing that we have to do on the outer world is be just a little more honorable in our conduct. And little by little, the things that we believe will become more important. We are here only a little while, and the only thing we can take with us is this marvelous and wondrous soul experience which we have accumulated through the years of insight and understanding. Therefore, if you can begin to shake off or get rid of the ballast of negative thinking, destructive attitudes, and corrupt allegiances, you will find gradually that the simple things of life will come through. Kindness will take hold. In the Buddhist doctrine, the next Buddha, according to them, is the Lord Maitreya, who is waiting in the Tushta heaven to come to earth after a certain period of time.
Oh, they did land some people up there.
You know, all these Buddhas are metaphysical Buddhas, so-called. They are not persons, they never were. They are embodiments or personifications of qualities. And therefore it is appropriate that the next great Buddha to come should be the Lord Maitreya. For in Sanskrit the word Maitreya means kindness. Therefore it is the coming of the great kindness that restores the child soul. In this great kindness, everyone becomes a child, has no longer the sophisticated attitudes of a false maturity, but in gentleness and kindliness restores the golden age. And there is nothing that we can do that is more valuable than to prove that we are taking care of this garden of the world where we have been placed. Up to now, we have been ravishing this garden for centuries, thinking of nothing but our own enrichment and forgetting the fact we can take nothing with us. Of all the tyrants that have ever lived, all have died and taken nothing with them. And therefore there seems to be no good reason why we should constantly struggle for that which we cannot keep. Could be dishonest, dishonorable, destructive, simply for powers that fade in a very few years. That out of this little embodiment which we know and is our little life in a sandbox, there is really no reason for the terrible destructiveness that we work upon each other. There is no reason for wars and revolutions, or these tremendous problems of nitrogen bombs and everything you can think of. These things are simply delusions. They are false values. They never have any real existence. But we do not want to continue to look forward to the fact that we have to die out of this world to find peace. What we should be able to do is live here and make peace real. Find ways in which we can do these things. Now, someone will say it can't be done. Well, maybe it can, maybe it can't, but one thing can be done. In ourselves, we can first establish that peace. We can establish it by returning to the simple acceptances of life which mark the small child. We can be born again, not in the theological sense, but in the sense of a new birth in childlike simplicity. Somewhere along the way, we can have another birth as a child. Again, this birth as a child is a case in which we cast off, not necessarily the body, but cast off the attitudes which have made it impossible for us to grow. Attitudes which have given us nothing but sorrow, selfishness, self-centered antagonisms of every kind, attitudes in which we have sacrificed peace and happiness, and as a result have been punished not only by our misery and misfortune, but by sickness and all types of disasters. Why not have the sense of a 5-year-old and consciously decide to get rid of these things? To find that anything that hurts needlessly any other creature should be forever out of our systems. That we are not here to blame people. We are here to work with them for common growth. We are not here to compete with them. We are here for the great problem of learning to cooperate together for the survival of man and the glory of God. We are here to live out a plan, not a chaos. We are here to do things that will make a better world. We are not here simply to go on until we pass out of this life. Pass out of the life without any knowledge of why we were born, without any realization of what we should have done. But occasionally there are what William Blake called the good people, who have always by nature lived well, regardless of circumstances. And these people are truly the ones in which in his engravings Blake shows the soul of the good person ascending in the keeping of the angels. There is this idea that this good we do cuts away from us most of the troubles and sorrows of life. If we were not opinionated, self-centered, and dogmatic, our lives would be much simpler. And children aren't those things normally because they haven't been educated into them. And the pressures of society working on the mind, and the mind only, have gradually changed many millions of people into small tyrants who found no pleasure or happiness for themselves and give none to others. This type of thing is the result of assuming that we grow up, and by growing up we become heartless. By growing up we become disillusioned, cruel, self-centered, arrogant, and live only for a few dollars that will vanish as they always have. The whole point is that we try to use the mind to get the impression that we're growing up.
Somebody snuck up on
But
us.
we're
and got
not.
us.
We don't grow up because we become more complicated. We grow up because we become less complicated. It's true in politics. Someday in this world, this whole political system has to finally dissolve into the fact that we have one planet with very limited resources, and we better learn to get along together happily. It would be so much easier, save a great deal of wear and tear, and liberate the mind for more constructive thinking. There's no reason why it couldn't happen. And there's no reason why these things can't happen in ourselves. I think Confucius would say they must happen in ourselves first. The first thing we've got to take care of is the rectification of personal character. Then we've got to prove this rectification, this self-improvement, by carrying it into our intimate domestic life. We've got to make this new level of integrities the basis of the home, of our courteous and proper relationships with those to whom we are tied by blood or by bonds. Therefore, that the proof of our redemption, the proof that our childhood is back, as it is that we live quietly, constructively, and become beloved of those who know us, always willing to help, always patient in problems, always unselfish in moments of decision, and always liberal and tolerant of the beliefs of other people. If we can establish homes upon this basis, if more and more people under the pressure of present circumstances are realizing that we are disintegrating the foundations of society for no good reason, then we may be able gradually to restore the simple life. Nature sometimes almost does this for us. Many Pierce persons, as they grow older, become again a little bit like children. They become more kind, more detached, more gentle, or if they've had a bad conditioning all the way along, they can become impossible. But if they are impossible children. They have brought back all the childish defects, all of the
What you been up to, Martin? What's going on?
immaturities of life. And they remain in their closing years perfect examples of what to avoid. And the time has come to avoid this type of thing, so that we live in peace and die in peace, that we are born gently and lovingly, that we carry out our daily duties and responsibilities.
The Clippers still suck. That's nothing new, though, you know.
Faithfully, that we earn our lives.
What's good, though, bro? Ooh, that look nice. Like that.
We're needed. Let's move.
Trying to find a new character. Because, my old character, I guess they nerfed him, so. I'm a PC gamer. I was just about to, download Steam. Should I do Steam or what?
Russia is crying foul over technology.
Yeah, I know. I haven't played 2K in a long time. But yeah, bro. What I gotta do? I'm trying to play Helldivers.
Stay focused, stay aggressive. Transport is waiting.
I'm trying to play Helldivers. I was actually finna do that shit. Like right now, but then I was like, you know what? I already got my shit. So yeah, I got Discord already on this computer and everything too. I just gotta actually sign in and all that shit. I ain't been on this shit in like a month. So that's why, but nah, you know, I love Battlefield, so Xbox, fucking, PC. I'm about to, set that shit up though tonight. Cause what, you play Helldivers? Cause I know Helldivers is fucking, let me see. Let me check. Send me your Discord link or something. Or hit me up on Instagram or whatever. Send me a Discord link. Cause I got a Discord already, and if you send me your shit, I think I could just like accept it and join your shit. And I got one too or whatever. But I haven't even used it. I was setting it up for for my YouTube and shit, but I ain't really used it that much. I missed that motherfucker. Bitch ass nigga duck. But yes. Send me the link, send me the link, send me the link, send me the link, send me the link. I need a PC. I need to PC. How to teach me how to PC. Oh, it was two of them. Yeah, teach me how to PC. It was more than two of them. But yeah, I think I'm like, I don't know. I still gonna play Battlefield though. But I just want to try mouse and keyboard and shit. Oh. Oh, I missed him. Motherfucker. Wow, that's crazy. What the frick just happened? If you on PC, Steam, Xbox, Game Pass. Yeah, I got Xbox and shit. Let me see. Got Xbox, Game Pass. What is that even showing? Let me see. Hold on, is this like this? What is that even? Oh, is that YouTube? Let me see. Huh? It's weird. All right, whatever. Change it right now.
We've lost an objective to the enemy.
Know what that is? Oh, the second link.
Friendly's
Yeah, for
targeting Alpha 1.
sure. Oh, what the? I'm definitely I don't even have that much time, but still, when I do get on and shit. Well, that is strange. I'll fix this shit later.
Our forces are moving to attack Alpha 1.
Hold on, let me try this before I give up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, my bad. I'm over here tripping and shit. Pressing the wrong shit. But yeah, I'm gonna get on that shit.
Casualties.
I was literally like, I don't know if I could show you, but let me see. I still even got it up because I was downloading shit from my mom and shit too. Oh, see? Look, my phone was already on Steam. I don't know, you can't really see it, but that's Steam. You did. It's crazy that you came in and I was looking at fucking Helldivers and shit, but you know, you on their website you gotta put in like your birthday and shit. So I had seen it like base game, I guess $40. See, I was already looking at that shit today, cause I was like, bro, I seen everybody talking about Helldivers, and I seen that shit. That shit look like Starship Troopers. You be playing that shit or what? What you be playing on PC though, for real? Because I already got 2 PCs, and I was out of town for like shit a month. Well, longer obviously, but yeah, I was like shit. I should be playing motherfucking PC games and shit. Cause I got the hookup. Holla if you hear me. I got the motherfucking what's the name? The 3090 and shit. And I was talking to one of my friends that I was with. He was like, bro, you should be playing PC games.
Allies moving on Alpha 1.
So, what'd you say? Secondly, you can message whenever. Well, but I'm trying to get people. Yeah, see, that's why you got the 4080. So now I feel like uh buying another PC with, like you said, a 4080 or something, and then using this one just to stream and play that one to play games on, or at least just get a graphics card. You know what I'm saying? Just get another graphics card. But holy shit, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm moving it up. All right, that's better. But yeah. Definitely, definitely gonna do that shit. What game you play the most? I ain't got a killer PC and shit. Did you get an i9? I know you got an i9. I'm pretty sure you got an i9 or what? Or you ain't tripping. You just got like i7 or some shit. Damn, is that a tank? Yeah, that's a tank over there. Come on, bro. Oh, he got me before I could hit him. That should be so loud, bro. Be beeping like a motherfucker.
We are about to attack Alpha 1.
I'm just, yeah, like, I've been wanting to play PC for a minute just anyway, like the last year. Just cause, like I said, I'm out of the house a lot. I'm off. I jumped off the porch. I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? That's what the youngsters said. We outside. You know what I'm saying? Right now, COD, Fortnite, what? COD, Fortnite, fucking, oh yeah, emulators and shit. Oh yeah, hell yeah. The emulators, bro. You download like one thing, one package, install it, and you good to go. Damn, what the fuck? Every time I walk outside right now, bro, they got us pinned down like a motherfucker. Oh. Come on, bro. What, he got like fucking health or something? Oh, fuck it. Oh my god, what, I hit a tree? Bullshit. Talked to your boy Sam lately? I haven't talked to this crazy ass. Well, actually, maybe I texted him a while ago or something, but maybe 6 months ago. Last time I checked, he was alive, so that's all I was worried. Oh shit, my gun doesn't want to shoot downward. Holy shit, what the fuck? Hey. I tried to get out of there. You said she got all of it. Yeah, NBA 2K, NBA Streets. I was thinking about that shit this weekend. I was talking to some kid, but he was like 20 something. I was like, bro. Even 2K NFL back in the day.
We are attacking Alpha 1.
Yeah, I know. I know Sam got a computer and everything. He had a computer a while ago. Which is crazy. Over the top of the fence, trying to get this gun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get Helldivers or whatever just because that shit seems like it's fun to play. Like, you ain't gotta be fucking like a super sweat to play it. You could just have some fun and shit. It's like right now, it's Sunday on Battlefield, and it's, you know, it's kind of sweaty a little bit right now. Especially since they nerfed my dude that I like to play with, so now I'm kind of just trying to figure out a different character to play with. Damn. We're supposed to be fucking. We can't even get none of these zones. We finna lose this shit. Oh yeah, I can play with this nigga. I know, Battlefield, yeah. I mean, low key, it's not. It's fun as fuck, even when it was broken and shit. But like, it's definitely in a better place right now. It's still like, you know, difficult because it's all the sweats on right now. Oh shit! Motherfucker almost got me. But you know, same with this game, just like any other game. It's fun when you got people to play with. But yeah, I just been out and shit a lot. Trying to get this money. Oh, come on, bro. Actually, that's what I'm thinking about. I don't even need this fucking night scope on for fucking daytime.
Reloading!
These motherfuckers coming through too. Hey.
Supply drop ready to go.
Oh, come on, bro. What?
Send us a transport vehicle at these coordinates.
This is like the only game I like playing alone, to be honest. Because, you know, for obvious reasons and shit, it's not like I said, all games are better when you're playing with friends and shit. Oh shit. Motherfucker coming over here to get me. But Battlefield is like I said, I ain't trying to be the best Battlefield player in the world or nothing. But in 2K, you need 5. That shit take too long to get rounded up, so I just be like on my own shit. I don't even know. I mean, I know Londo, he be hitting me up and shit every now and again. Damn, that nigga was right there in the corner. But I don't know what everybody else be doing and shit for the most part. Londo hit me up about some fucking conspiracy theory shit every now and again.
Don't let me die.
Oh, this nigga saved my life, bro.
Grenade landed. Stay away.
But nah, yeah, I'm gonna set that shit up tonight. I'll send you an invite once I make my gamer tag or whatever, however you gotta do that shit. All right, thank you, Chelsea. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I don't know. I haven't played it like all year, low key, to be honest. Oh shit, that's a fucking tank. This is fucking the wrong character, bro. I got shields and shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 2K is dead as shit. Like I said, low key, I think I played it for like a week or two this year. I probably played it once or twice online, maybe 10 times at the most, to be honest. I can't remember. Like I said, the game ain't bad, it's just, actually, nah, the game was pretty bad at the beginning. That's why I kind of lost interest too so fast. Oh. Damn, these motherfuckers is cooking our shit right now.
We cannot sustain.
About to say we can't get shit.
Evacuate the site. We've lost.
But yeah, I don't know if 2K can even come back from the shit that they like the hole they got themselves into. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I played a motherfucker the other day. We was in like Florida or some shit. He was in his 20s and he busts out 2K on like Nintendo Switch or some shit. You know, he wanted to like, you know, tell me about 2K and shit. I told him, bro, I've been playing 2K longer than you've been alive. And so I said, bro, let's play. He didn't believe me. I beat him. Like, I knew he was trash in the first place because the nigga like played blacktop. Like, don't nobody play blacktop. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, we went outside and played blacktop. Once I like couldn't shoot in blacktop, I couldn't get the timing right. Then once I got the timing down, I started hitting a couple threes. I was like, oh, it's a wrap, bro. Then I told him on the last play I was finna break his ankles. I broke his ankles on the last play, beat him. Then he was like, bro, he's begging me for like a one-on-one match, but we picked random teams. He had like Atlanta Hawks with Trae Young. I had Miami Heat. I started cooking his shit. In the first half, I let him like just do whatever, just to see who he was gonna score with. And he started scoring with Trae Young a lot. And then in the second half, I literally guarded him with Jimmy Butler every possession down court. And he was like, bro, he was like, I think I know what you're doing. You're trying to make sure I can't shoot no threes no more. Because I think he got like 32 points in the first half with Trae Young. It's like, hell yeah. So then I just locked his ass down. And then by the fourth quarter, he got on the phone with his girlfriend because he realized it was over with. He couldn't beat me and shit. But like I said, I don't even play the Nintendo Switch. I kept passing the butt like to the wrong player because you know our icon pass and shit, and they got the fucking buttons differently. You know, A is B or I don't know. It's just inverted basically. And I was fucking up, but I was throwing lobs still. I was like, yeah, I still can throw lobs even though I don't know uh, Nintendo Switch. I could still throw lobs because even though it wasn't Y, I think it was BB or something like that to throw a lob. Oh, what map is this? I forgot. I really don't matter. It's not like I'm cooking shit up or anything. But yeah, I think that was like a couple months ago playing 2K. But yeah, I haven't played it very much. And like I said, that was just a one-on-one game. We wasn't even online. Yeah, the button's backward as fuck. I would see a nigga down court that I just wanted to kick it to for a three, and I pass it that way instead. I'd be like, fuck. I still make the play because of the timing or whatever, but like he was like, ooh, that was a nice pass. I was like, shit, I know. It surprised me too, you know. I didn't know it was going over there either. Yeah, I was looking because I was like, oh yeah, I can get some games for cheap and shit. I forgot. Because PC games ain't even like $70 and all that shit. Oh, get your bitch ass out of here. Oh, who the fuck is that? Oh. The fucker? He had to kill me after that. That nigga only had 100 health. I took like 60 something out of there. He was like, bro, I gotta kill this motherfucker. We're playing breakthrough, so this shit is kind of difficult because they just be running through. I kind of wanted something fast paced because I didn't know how long I was gonna stay on today, so I was like, I'm gonna just damn, what the hell is that? On the nigga. Come on, where that nigga at? Oh, got him. Come on. Oh, that's fucked up. I ain't got no bullet. Got your bitch ass, fool. I swear, bro. I had the motherfucking switch on the glizzy. Drizzy, oh, what you think? You think Kendrick Lamar won the battle or what? Are you a Drake fan? I know you're not a Drake fan, but oh shit, these niggas all behind me right now. That shit crazy. Oh, got that bitch ass nigga, bro.
Alpha 2 has fallen to the hostile.
Holy shit. I'm exposed as a bitch. Oh shit. Holy shit, bro. Damn. That shit was crazy for a second. And then that nigga that's laying down next to me, the one that got me, that's crazy. That's something else, man. That's something. Yeah, I gotta get my motion back, my speed back. Hey, I was 8-1. Okay. I'm talking about. Can't get a revive on my team ain't shit. I swear, I just killing all the motherfuckers. My team couldn't even, like, where they at, though? Oh, shit. Shit. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Did a sniper just hit me? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Let me get out of here. Oh, shit. They all over here. Oh, shit. Oh, I almost had that motherfucker, bro. Yeah, I know. Kendrick killed that shit. Especially with the last song. I wasn't even interested in none of that shit for a while, but then I was like, when he did that last song, I was like, damn. I was like, damn. I was telling the homie all he needed to do is make like a club banger, and it's a rap. Then he made the shit with Mustard, and I was like, ah, yeah, it's a rap. It's over for your boy Drake. It's so bad that like, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he'd be fine though. He rich, you know. They said he got to sell his house now, but I think they said it was already on the market. But yeah, shit went crazy real quick in hip hop. I've seen so many like hype adult black males. I was like, dang, I wish we can get these motherfuckers to be hype like this when it's election time and voting time. I'm just playing. When it's time to go get a job and shit, you know. Holy shit, seen them all fucking late. You know, all you did. Yeah. Like, nigga got so invested in Drake beef and shit, but not in his child life or nothing, you know? It's crazy. Oh, shit. Let me get that. Oh, bitch ass nigga shot my shit. Holy shit. Oh, shit. But nah, yeah. Motherfuckers came together. They said the West Coast came together. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Now, stupid as hell. Oh yeah, let's see if I can run over there without him killing me. Damn, nope, he got me. I was gonna go on a kamikaze mission. At least I got some ribbons, XP, and shit. Just now. But yeah. Oh shit, I'm in this bitch. I'm in this bitch. Hey, I got it. I got it, Josh. Got you, Josh. Oh. Bro didn't want to leave or what? Oh no, that's a different nigga. I'm gonna pull up over here. Nobody? What? Crazy. Oh shit. What? Oh, he in the ball thing. We don't show up for the election. Nah. Niggas ain't voting for shit. But if they drop a poll right now and say who won the Kendrick beef, niggas, everybody like, oh yeah, I got an opinion on that. But, you know, whatever. Just joking. I don't care either. I ain't voting either. All this shit. Bullshit anyway. Oh yeah. Or maybe I am and I just be talking shit. Man, you never know, right?
Guard your objectives.
Can I go over here? Oh, man, Battlefield is crazy. Look at this shit, boy.
Ready with the support drop.
I can't fuck with Call of Duty, bro. You can't just do that type of shit.
Objectives have been attacked.
That nigga said 2K was holding him back. It's funny. I can't get out and like can't get over this shit. Like, oh yeah, see, I knew I was going the wrong way. I was hoping I could find some people like pushing from that angle, but apparently not. They're just gonna spawn behind me when I least expect them to.
Control of Bravo 2.
Oh, of course now they're gonna come because Bravo 2 is gone. What? No footsteps? Alright, cool. Guess I'm going over here. The running simulator. Oh shit.
They now have Bravo 2. Request received.
Damn, I missed it.
Drop incoming.
The one chance I get to knock a fucking helicopter out the sky, I miss it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, how about that? Oh, they got all of them. Right? Exactly. Except for some of the shit. Can't believe I fucking missed the helicopter, bro. My chance
Bravo 2 belongs to us.
to have like a battlefield moment. I don't know how to fly these motherfuckers. Oh, X Defiant. Yeah, nah, yeah. Oh, shit. Nah, I seen X Defiant. Holy shit.
Hostile attacking objective Bravo 1.
People was hoping it was gonna, like, take out Call of Duty and shit. Holy shit. Oh, shit. Oh, of course a tank would get me. From way up there on the edge of the fucking mountain. You playing X Defiant? Oh, like, no, I've been seeing people play online, so they've been playing a beta or something, or what? Because, there's one black dude I just subscribed to recently. Motherfucker be playing that shit. Or at least he was playing it last week. I think he back on Call of Duty now, so it was probably a limited beta or some shit. Man, I know how the game industry works, kind of. Oh, wait, boy, is that people down there? I saw some motherfuckers. I'm tripping.
The enemy has taken Bravo 1.
Holy shit, I'm about to die.
Enemies attacking Bravo 2.
That was close. I almost died. Fuck around. Oh man, let me put that shit outside. I can't put it outside. Fuck it. I'm going. Staying right here though. This is a good spot. This is a good spot. I think I found a good spot. Alright, get me a ranger. Holy shit! What you thought? Oh, it wasn't good enough. I was about to come around the corner as soon as my ranger got, touched down, took a couple shots. Be like that. My ranger shooting people in the back right now. They're mad at him. There we go right there. They just killed it though. But it was gonna buy me some time. It didn't get there quick enough though. Whatever. Like I said, I wish I could play with my other character. This nigga had a fucking like a Batman thing. Cool. Hell nah. I'm getting out of here. I ain't fighting sniper. Oh.
Taking
Right.
attack on Bravo 1.
Not where I wanted to land. Oh. That tank again. Motherfucker. Alright. Alright, let's find the tank. How the hell is he even on the map like that? Let's see. I'm driving this thing? How the fuck am I driving? It must have been a computer on the back. Holy shit. I don't know how to fly this shit. Oh shit. Oh, I got 2 seconds. We did.
engaging
Oh,
Bravo 1.
damn, they had 3 betas? I mean, the game looked like it was pretty cool, to be honest. Wow, how did I fucking miss that? Yeah, the game looked pretty cool, to be honest. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I got him though. Even though I ain't get him the first time, I got him though. Oh shit, oh shit. I don't need help. I'm trying to not get shot in the back. Oh, I thought it was somebody right there.
Drop available whenever you're ready.
I think I blew most of them up on accident. Why he shooting at me, bro? What you got? What you need? Oh, I think he's happy because I blew them people up for him, saved his life or something, maybe. Maybe that's it. Fucking bitch. Yeah, he saw that tank coming at us, and I threw the C4 down like I done it before, you know. Oh, can I get up here? Hey, chilling in the truck.
They're a long way from
Alright,
surrender,
yeah.
but they're wounded.
So X Defiant is finally about to change the game for first-person shooters, is what you're saying.
Bravo 1 taken by the enemy.
Tango marked. Long distance.
Is this gonna reach?
One of our objectives has been attacked.
Motherfucker. That motherfucker keeps dodging that shit. The splash radius on this shit used to be way better.
One of their soldiers. Tango marked.
That's crazy, bro.
Our troops are advancing on Bravo 1.
Got my shit. Oh, gotcha, bitch. Try to run up on me, fool. What the fuck? Fuck no, baby. Oh, shit. Oh, he over here. Oh, he over there. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, somebody else got his ass. Oh, fuck no, baby. Oh, got him. That's crazy.
Reloading weapon.
Oh, shit. Oh, where he coming from? Oh, where the fuck? I try to go under the truck. Bro, this nigga way over there. Fuck, I was supposed to know he was over there. Alright. Let's see.
They just forced us off Bravo 2.
Fuck, man. He's still alive. That's crazy, bro. Just having his way with the shit, bro. Are we winning? I'm in 9th place, bro. My team is ass. If I'm in 9th place, that's not a good sign.
Is lost. Retreat to the new staging area.
Probably finna play the rest of this game and then get off and set up my Steam account and shit. I might get back on. I don't want. I might get back on. I don't know, but after that type shit, bro, what the fuck? 3 snipers on the roof's edge, just waiting for somebody to fucking peek. They got, bro.
We have nowhere else to run. Hold this sector or the battle is lost.
All right, whatever. All right.
One of our objectives is under attack.
All right, whatever. Oh yeah, snipers again. Safe spot. The splash radius on these are ass. You got to be so perfect sometimes.
Deliver a ranger. These coordinates.
Charlie 2 has been lost.
Damn, who the fuck shooting me over there? Oh. Oh, it's C2. I didn't even know. I should have shot him over there. That's crazy. My dog at least seen him. My dog should have saw the motherfuckers earlier, to be honest. What's up with the radius on the dog, man? The dog's supposed to have seen that shit. Tip me out, let me know. The fuck is the point of having a dog if the dog can't even see like a good radius or whatever? Holy shit, what the fuck? It's that fucking tank is still sitting there in the same spot. I remember they nerfed the tanks too or something. They did something, but hold on, let me go up here and see if I can get this tank. Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't run up here like this.
The battle will be lost if we do not reignite our defense.
I got him a little bit. Oh, there you go. Alright.
Hostile tango. 200 meters away.
Shit. Where's that motherfucker? Oh. Oh, there you go. What? Oh my god, I broke my fucking legs. I'm a super soldier. I can't fucking go down a mountain. It's a bitch, I forgot. Damn. Thought it was one of the niggas or some shit. Holy shit, I gotta get the fuck off of this thing. Oh my god, the fucking guy shot me right before my shit hit. Tragedy. Try to get it. Oh. Oh, I'm not in the engagement? Oh. Holy shit. I was dancing on the side of the wall trying to get that kill. Alright, who the fuck is flying this thing, bro? Oh, again, bro. They did that shit again. My fucking legs. Twice. That's fucking crap. That's fucking trash, bro. I can't fucking land without breaking my legs, man. What's the problem with my ankle? Do I have a pre-existing injury or something that I'm not aware of with this character? This bitch can't jump. Small jumps or what? Fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Oh shit, they're trying to kill us, bro. Alright, I'm going, let's go. No bullets hit nothing. That's crazy. Hold on, well, let's see. Well, I was doing good until, I guess he blew himself up. That's how frustrated he is about this shit. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. If I wouldn't have did that shit, I could have stayed alive for a second longer and hit that tank. Fuck. I'm going back. Go, let's go. The fuck out. Where the fuck? Oh, there it goes. 64. Yeah, he mad now. He definitely want to kill me now. I don't even think I can go out there no more. They spawning on me now. Oh, shit. He's shooting some shit up. $64 again? Come on, man.
Objective secured. Russians have lost strength. The cracks are showing.
Damn! I knew that motherfucker was laying there too. I just couldn't get my angle right fast enough. Look. Alright, come on, bro. You can do it. You're a medic, bro. Yeah. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it.
Charlie 1.
Defend your position.
Oh, that's a ranger. Fuck that.
Sweat and focus.
That would have been close for me. Got your bitch ass, huh? Oh, come on. The tank out to help you. And I done hit that motherfucker for hella points already. That's crazy. I motherfucking tagged him though. He was on the floor trying to stay there all day.
They're breaking through.
Good bitch ass. Damn, that shit about to happen again, bro. Fuck. I'll move out the motherfucker. Two of them right there, three of them, they all coming down that fucking hallway. That's crazy.
I need you defending the objective.
We've lost Charlie 2.
Grenade out. Right here, Ranger.
There we go, 64. Unlikely, mate.
Stay alert here. 70 meters out from me.
The fuck is he down there, way over there for? Fuck. Almost. Got three of them.
Charlie 2. Let's rally on the objective. The Russians are moving in quickly.
Keep your head.
I got 64 damage though, switching to the rocket when I couldn't see, just blind shooting.
Of their resources.
Not in the top 5 or nothing no more.
We're losing ground. Not many defensible positions remaining.
Fucking fell on a rock and it messed up my aim. That's crazy. That shit had me slipping. We pulled up on them though for a minute, but nobody had my back. If I'd have had like one person with me, that shit wouldn't have been like that, bro.
Charlie 1 taken by hostiles. We've taken heavy losses.
That's crazy.
Focus. That's all.
What is that? It's a guy laying on the ground. That's crazy. They pushed that fool back.
Charlie 1 under friendly control. We're being traveled by the enemy. Push them back or we will lose this fight.
Damn. Shit got crazy right there, right as soon as I was trying to go. Oh. Shit going crazy, bro. Of course, the tank again. That shit outside. I would've stayed alive, but that shit would've got somebody killed fucking around trying to get me.
Mess them up, okay?
Damn, they spawned me so far away. At least they ain't getting in there. This shit going crazy, bro. Oh, I didn't know I could even get the fucking thing out there. That's crazy. Holy shit. Oh, that's the tank. No, that's a grenade. The fucking tank made it inside.
Reinforcements are finished.
Yeah, so we kicking their ass. I got hit by a random grenade off a toss off the wall. Fucking thing. Holy shit, how did he get over here? Oh shit, they tried to swoop. They got their ass whooped. Holy shit, bro. Get your shit back, boy. Damn.
All forces evacuate the area.
Alright, y'all, man. I'll holler at y'all later, man. That shit crazy. I don't even know how we lost that shit. We was doing good. Well. Nevertheless, man, I'll holler at y'all later. I'm out. Peace.